This is Indie Business Podcast, episode 44. Hello and welcome to this episode of the Indie Business Podcast. I am your host, mentor, and coach, Donna Maria, the founder and CEO at indiebusinessnetwork.com. My goal is to help makers and creative entrepreneurs build a solid business foundation, increase your income, and use your business to create the life you love. On this episode, I will introduce you to Khadija Dawn Carryl of Henna Sooq in Elkridge, Maryland. Khadija launched Henna Sooq 11 years ago when she was the mother of 4 children under the age of 6. Today, her business has multiple income streams, and she credits a great deal of her growth to her willingness to engage personally with her customers. Today, she and her husband have collaborated not only to grow the Henna Sooq brand, but they also work with other entrepreneurs in their area to manage a studio where Khadija teaches henna art and other independent entrepreneurs host classes like yoga and martial arts. You'll hear how Khadija has grown her business without much advanced planning at all, as well as some of her tips for engaging customers visually using social media. You can get a summary for this episode at indiebusinessnetwork.com/44. I can't wait to introduce you to Khadija Dawn Carryl of Henna Sooq in Elkridge, Maryland. But first, this episode is brought to you by the Indie Business Network, the online entrepreneurial mentoring and coaching network helping makers and creative entrepreneurs launch, manage, and grow a sustainable and profitable business. You can find out more today and join at indiebusinessnetwork.com. And now, let's welcome Khadija Dawn Carryl of Henna Sooq in Elkridge, Maryland. Khadija Dawn Carryl from Henna Sooq in Maryland. Welcome to the Indie Business Podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be speaking with you today.
Now, Khadija, your business is kind of, you have a totally international business and such a wonderful story, but you're in the United States now, but things really kind of got started in Montreal, Canada. Tell us that story, would you?
Yes, absolutely. We had moved back to Montreal, where I'm originally from. And I've been using henna for hair personally for many years. So I had my own experiences with that. And Montreal's a very diverse city, so I had access to that, and cultures and different things like similar things like that. But I decided to take a henna body art workshop, and that just drew me right in. I was really always loved drawing and art, and the henna workshop just really basically just grabbed me and reeled me right into thinking about doing this as a business and reselling the products. And I realized that at that time that there wasn't a lot of henna suppliers in Canada in general, so that would be a perfect niche that I could grow easily, and it's very flexible for myself and my own schedule, because at the time I had 4 children, 6 years and under, and there was not really, I didn't feel like it would be feasible for me to go and try to get a job or pursue something else, because having children that are so young, you have to be there for them basically, I just wanted to do something that I also loved and was passionate about, and henna was perfect for that. I just felt it could draw in all types of people. It wouldn't be suited just for one type of person. It's just for everyone.
And henna, Khadija, I just call you Henna. It's and that's really interesting, because when I think of you, I immediately think of henna because your designs are so extraordinarily beautiful. And so I'm surprised if I'm the only one that's ever done that. but so you started in Montreal in 2005 and you had children. So you created a business that allowed you to integrate your life as a mom and a wife with your desires as a professional person in a career, right?
Yes, absolutely. And then went on to have 2 more children in Montreal at the time as well.
And now you're back here in the States and things are booming. So I want to talk to you a little bit about starting a business with 4 children under the age of 6, you must have had an incredibly strong belief that what you were going to do was going to be successful, because you didn't have a lot of time. I mean, I only have 2 children, and I know when they were under 6, I really had to budget my time. I had to be so careful, and I had to be sure that everything I was doing that had nothing to do with them was going to yield me some results. I had to really believe that. So tell us a little bit about how you had that belief and what kept you going in those early years, when I know it must have been really hard to do this and raise your children full-time, both full-time jobs.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Like any, when I feel strongly about, definitely believing in yourself and believing in what you're doing. I had no doubt in my mind that Henna Sooq would ever, fail, or I was never worried about, is it actually going to happen? And I wasn't in a rush. That was another thing. I wasn't in a rush because I felt that this allowed me the flexibility to have my business grow, but at the same time as growing myself as a person and growing with my children. And, as any business grows, it completely evolved perfectly. It just flowed so organic. So it's really like a blessing. I never had a plan or, never really sure what was going to happen, but I just knew that I wanted to do what I love to do. And I just loved henna a lot, just because of the reach it has with the community and people, in general, and it's worldwide. It's something, it's art, it's natural beauty, and it's natural hair care, it's organic. So I just really just believed in that, and I had, with the support of my husband Jamal, he's just always been really great with, being with the kids, of course. It's typical, if I go to a henna party, he'd be there, and kind of, it just worked out. We just kind of we're both entrepreneurs, we just have that mindset. We both love teaching. So all of that just enveloped all together. Was just, just how we did it. And sometimes, yes, we had our kids help us label some things. So that was fun.
Yes. Well, I love the family business aspect of it, of course. So you feel that not rushing, because, today everything happens fast and we have to get it done fast. And really, it's hard for new entrepreneurs to come into the marketplace and not rush, because there's so many. It's I want to do this, and I see that person doing this. And so how do you tune all that out and not rush?
Oh, wow. Wow. That's such a good question. It's just I don't even know. I don't know how. I'm how did I really,
Maybe you're just
wasn't.
really, really super focused.
Yeah, I was really focused. I was really, I started out by interacting with people. I've always loved social media and the computer and the internet. I've just always loved that. And I felt that was just me interacting and talking about henna with people all the time. People got to be like what you said earlier, when people say, "Oh, they're Khadija," they think of henna.
They do.
They think of henna. Sometimes they call me Henna, for sure. Yeah. And I just love that aspect of it, interacting with people and just slowly building it. I guess I don't know why I was not in a rush. I felt like it was just because I almost couldn't really be in a rush too, because my focus, what my intention was to be able to be with my kids, and that was important to me. So it's about deciding of what's important to you, in that respect. Because I also I knew for sure I've always never wanted to be just a business to come along and, be there and kind of be gone in a couple of years. No. I always looked at it that I want to start doing this so that maybe one of my kids might like it, or maybe not, but just that it was a family affair, that they would be surrounded. And even if they weren't interested in what I'm doing, they knew that, being an entrepreneur, being, wanting, desiring things, you can have anything you want. You just have to put your mind to it. And that focus, I guess, for me was what made it organically flow and grow. And everything, even from social media, is just an organic growth. I don't pay for a lot of advertising. I'm kind of cheap in that way, in that area, because I believe that I can just me doing henna for people, even recently doing henna collaboration with Whole Foods, and I was doing free henna. I made a decision to say, like, I'm not just going to do free henna. I'm going to do amazing henna. I'm going to do beautiful pieces on people that my focus just changed. I was just like, I don't need to just do just free henna just to get people coming in and coming through and trying to get quantities of people through. I'm going to do beautiful henna so these people leave and say they always remember like what I did for them. And
I love that. I love that
yes,
approach.
I did. Yeah. And then it made me happy.
Yeah.
I got great content. Because mind you, I don't do a lot of free things, and I know people get worried about doing free type of events, but sometimes there are some situations it's good. I would not say no to Whole Foods. That's my foot in the door right there.
Well,
too.
I mean, but plus, your henna designs. It's like, I know they're not ads, but girl, they are all the ads you need. They are just absolutely stunning. Well, and I'll never forget the time we had a Indie Business Network meetup in Maryland when you had moved back. And I, several members from Maryland came. We had a little meetup and we had a nice meal. And I remember when you walked in, you had your henna supplies with you and your husband was there. Mm-hmm. And I immediately got so excited because I was like, oh my goodness, he's supporting her. I love that. We all need that kind of support, and it's so special when it's your spouse. And then you did a henna on me.
Yep.
And I sat there and I remember watching you and I was looking at my hand and I was like, first of all, she's doing a beautiful design. And second of all, she's not just like a maker of henna products. Khadija is an artist. And that is one of the things that I noticed about you. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how you combine, your artistry. What you make is an art form. And, as makers, that's true. It's not just sugar scrub. It's not just an eyeshadow. It's an art. Tell us about how you, in your mind, combine those things together to create that kind of impression and send that message to the marketplace and to your target customers.
Yeah, I love showing that henna is a beautiful art form, and henna has so many uses. A henna artisan group that I run on Facebook alone has 5,000 members, and that's just people sharing henna-inspired artwork on guitars, drums, candles, glass, stones, outside on the back porch, just drawing, just showing art and gifting people with, I have a couple of people that have left stones like decorated with henna, like just for people to find. Just that it's just all that energy is just amazing. Where you take henna, the simple plant, and then it's amazing for henna like for hair, for your natural dyeing your hair. But it's just not about dyeing your hair. It's about strengthening and growth and just making a healthier environment. But that itself is the process of mixing it. Like my focus is like to give people the power to take raw ingredients and then make their own recipes for themselves too, because there's no one product sometimes all in one box that'll just fit for everyone. In a way, I feel like the henna as an ingredient does, but when you yourself are taking it, you need to create that to be perfect for your hair type, your body, your mix. And when we're mixing for body art, that's part of you. All these recipes are you. It focuses on you and what you love. And then I even use the raw ingredients to make gloss bars, shampoo bars, and just combining all those those ingredients and just keeping it Ayurvedic. And I just love formulating. As much as I love like cooking and baking, I just love all those processes into making something that comes out really beautiful.
And Khadija, what is for those who don't know, what exactly is henna?
Henna is a natural plant. It grows in extremely hot countries such as like India, Pakistan, Morocco, and Yemen, areas of the Gulf. So it grows there, and it's a small like a bush, shrub, but it has we call the natural dyes Lawsonia inermis, and the leaves are dried and crushed, and also grinded into like a powder, and then we import the powder form, and then we mix it and use it, here in Maryland at our warehouse. That's where we make everything.
And so it's like the leaves are crushed. It comes in different colors naturally, or do you create the colors when you get the raw materials?
Yeah, we can combine some of the herbs, the different herbs. Not just henna doesn't make several colors naturally since it's a plant, and that's where there's a lot of confusion too on the market. Is that you easily will find boxes of henna color. They're henna blends with other herbs and other ingredients in it and whatnot. So that's another reason I like to have all the ingredients separate so that clients know exactly what's going into their recipe. And again, it goes back to that empowering yourself to do it yourself and having all the ingredients you need for your hair type and your body and everything like that. But the henna will always stain like a reddish burgundy tone. Or a coppery tone. Different henna powders can vary slightly in the red range from different countries, but you're adding other herbs in to alter the color, or other like fruit. Like when I'm doing, for example, the henna for body art, I'll add jaguar juice, which is a fruit from South America, to make it turn black actually naturally. So it's chemical free. And then if you want it for hair, then you're going to take the henna and add indigo to it to make it like browner to black tones, like paints, basically.
It's so fascinating that you can take the leaf of a plant and turn it into something that's so beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how you sell your products and what different sorts of products you have. I know you have a website at hennasooq.com where you sell retail. Do you do wholesale? Do you do shows? I know you have an event. Tell us the different ways, the different income streams that your business has, Khadija.
Definitely our primary source will be the website hennasooq.com, where we get the majority of all of our orders. And from there, we also recently opened up a studio. So we have a studio location where we sell products locally, and I also see clients to do henna body art for them, the services as well there. And I do have wholesale accounts with retailers that specialize in natural hair care, and some salons as well that color with henna for hair, and they use our products for that. And then we also do shows. I like to do a lot of natural hair shows. It's a really good niche for us because henna is a natural hair dye, so the hair shows are really great, and everyone loves the henna body art, so it just attracts people like to our booth. So we do really well with there. And also we do like events, like the events, especially since the studio opened. I've been trying different events like henna paint and sip parties, and then I do also parties where I go to clients and weddings, and just all types of events that wherever people will want to have henna, like just parties, even birthday parties, I'll do the services. So I'm doing services, but also the products as well.
Wow, that is so. And you also have henna chai, don't you? Henna chai.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I've been keeping track.
Yes. I know. I'm like thinking of all the things to do sometimes, trying to keep track of everything. But the henna chai is basically like where I do most of our teaching. Like when it comes to henna body art or henna for hair, I love teaching. So I teach a lot, which just brings in clients as well, when they know they can look to you for guidance, and especially in the henna for hair industry, they're looking for guidance for you how to use products or make products, or those kind of things. Mm-hmm. The henna chai is where we have this year what we've done. This year, what we've done differently from last several years, where we have a henna weekend conference. We have henna artists come in once a month, and we just focus on their art style, and they'll teach us classes on henna body art and learning how to do different styles of henna, like Indian, bridal, or maybe they'll show us how to do henna belly art for pregnant women, mm-hmm. Mandalas. Every artist has like their own style and niche of expertise. So we bring in those experts, mm-hmm. those henna artists that specialize in that. and have them teach us how to, do all these different types of styles of designs. And it's so much fun. It's just a lot of fun. And then we get to exchange and do henna on each other. So
Oh my goodness,
that
it
makes it
sounds like a
even more
huge
fun.
henna parties. Sounds so
Yeah,
awesome.
basically, it's like a big henna party. Yeah.
So from 2005 to today, that's 11 years, you have created, I'm counting 6 income streams from your brand. You've got retail online. Actually, you've got your studio, which is one of the most recent things that you've added. And from there, you sell your products and you also host events.
Yes.
You have wholesale, and you do natural hair shows.
Yeah.
And you also have a mobile service where you'll come to someone's home and do, or you'll go to their wedding or whatever and do their henna.
Yeah.
And then you also have the henna chai event. So here's what I want to ask you, Khadija. You're a mom, you're a wife, you have 6 children. And I've had the pleasure of meeting, I think maybe actually all of them by now.
I think so, yeah.
So some of them are quite young. And so you have created this over this, 11, 12-year time span. And tell us how you added on these different income streams, because one of the things, of course, as you know, that I feel is so important is that if we want to have a sustainable business, you have to have more than one income stream. So how did you know when it was time to add another one? How did you go through this process? I know earlier you said you didn't really have a plan. Are you still sort of working by that, or do you now that you've done it a couple of times, do you plan it out more deliberately? Tell us a little bit about what goes through your mind when you do this kind of growth.
Basically, I'm always, since I'm very active online, I just look a lot at like different events. Say my focus is events, and that I would say events probably came more into when I like there were small ones in Canada, but like they wouldn't be. I had to figure it out. I felt like I had to kind of learn what would work and like trial and error. So again, I went in with a mindset of realizing that sometimes you might choose events, especially when you're starting out, that might not be the best. Let's say you're not making the money that you thought you'd come away with. When those kind of things happen, well, you have to figure like, well, how can I make this, like turn this into something a bit better? Networking with those people that are there. And then you can also, offer people that are coming through something so that they can come back to you. It's a matter of like figuring those things out. But events, I would say, were added in. I'm using it as an example, like when we came back to the States. When we came back to the States after being in Canada for 5 years, we were in Montreal and then Toronto. And we brought, luckily, since Henna Sooq's an online business, it was easy to move around with the online business. But when we came back to Maryland, it just blew up. Like I didn't even, it did. And of course, again, I didn't know that was really going to happen.
Well, when did you come back to Maryland? What year was that? That had
was
to be
2010.
2010. So for 5 years you were in Canada, and then 6 years here. So I mean, congratulations on all of that. I think it's wonderful. You've mentioned social media a lot throughout our time together. Tell us a little bit about how you use social media to grow your business.
With social media, I can say, like, do you want me to focus more on like how it started, and like you said, started like back then and then how it is today?
Yeah, probably more like, what are your best tips? I mean, I know you take photographs of your beautiful artwork, and that obviously we've talked about that. But what's your approach? I mean, do you use certain social media outlets more than others? Are there some that you totally find do not work for you at all? What are your basic tips that you would offer someone else?
I find that basically that for now in this time with social media, let me start that over. Okay. With social media, I've found that because people are very visual, you really do have to keep up with what people are using, like the latest, the latest and most popular like say apps or social media, types of pages. So I find that Instagram is definitely hands down our best one, because also I get a lot of bookings through there, and then people do ask me a lot of questions about henna for hair through there. But definitely the henna body art just showcases, like when people see like that artisan part of your business, when they can see you doing something, and even like videos, people just love videos, and then Instagram is perfect for that. And it doesn't cost you anything, so it's like there's no reason not use it. It's there, and
Yeah.
people I definitely love Instagram the best.
I love your videos. I've seen a couple of them where you speed it up. Like, and then
Yes.
like you start with like someone's barefoot or something, and then 15 seconds later it's like gorgeous and ready for the wedding. That's so amazing. So I love that you're mentioning Instagram. It certainly is a really hot one, but it's also a recent one, and most of your business growth was done before Instagram. So what were you doing?
Before then, again, I feel like I've flowed well with the times when it came to social media. Of course, back when I started, forums were really popular, so I was on forums. But then when people moved on, I guess I moved on too, because it just wasn't. And, I also didn't have as much time to be doing that as much. The blogging, I definitely love blogging. Blogging really helps when you have your own blog page. I love writing in general, so that really was a part where I could grow and get content in, and people coming through. And then of course Facebook.
So important.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be blogging. Like, you have to talk. You have. If you're not talking, you're not really relevant.
If you're not talking, you're not saying anything. You don't have anything to offer. Well, you may have something to offer, but no one knows it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to stay relevant. You have to be where people are, and where there's a lot of people enjoying themselves. Like, definitely.
Yeah.
But Facebook is really good. It's shifted a little bit because you have a lot more, I guess, older people. There's some young people on there too, but there's older, what the young kids say. I guess it's good that I have teenagers because I know what they're on. I'm kind of like,
right.
All right, so I know what's kind of hip.
I know,
what's kind of going on.
My daughter was watching me on Facebook one day recently, and she said, she was just looking over my shoulder. I wasn't paying any attention to her, and she said, "Oh, I see. Facebook is like Instagram for old people."
Yeah.
And I kind of went, oh gosh, let me get off this Facebook thing. But anyway, no, I love what you said about having to keep up with it, because as they add on new social media outlets, you obviously, unless you spend a lot of time or hire a lot of people that do it full time, you can't be everywhere. So you're saying that you have, as another one has rolled out, you've tried it out and then adjusted your social media outreach to embrace something new that's popular this week that wasn't popular last week.
Yes, yeah, and I feel like it does, and especially if you can't hire a lot. And to be honest, I can't hire a lot, of staff. I'm still relatively small, and I do a lot of this myself, even the photography. I just love to do those things, and so basically with the social media is you just have to grow and
how do you tell people, how do you do that? Because I find that this is a big sticking point for a lot of people. They'll feel that, oh my gosh, I finally understand this social media and it's working for me, and then 3 months later another one comes out that totally requires them to learn something new. And here's the catch too, is that you have to learn it even if ultimately you decide it doesn't work for you. How do you just, is it something you accept, or maybe you like it and that's why?
I think it's because I like it.
Okay, because so many people just really don't helps. And they just get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I would say to the people who get overwhelmed is you have to find, I'll give an example. Like, before Instagram, again, I had a little bit of a different attitude when it came to doing henna body art. I think in the early years, I was pretty okay. I was decent. I wouldn't say that I was up there with being a great henna artist. Not like I wanted to be in my mind. Even though we all know we're our own worst critic, but I found that Instagram helped me. It helped me discover like how I love taking photos, and then every time that I would do like henna for someone or a product or anything that I'm working on, say, even if it's a product, you're like, let me take a moment to like take a picture of this and just show that how much I love like what I'm doing. And then it makes you like want to make effort in that, like to be like, okay, I have this really great picture. So yeah, you do have to have a good camera or a good phone. I mean, that's going to be the first thing,
so
because
easy to find a good camera today.
yeah. Yes, so there's no reason to have. People love beauty, even if, unfortunately, if the products kind of suck. It's like people love anything that looks so beautiful and gorgeous, the colors.
So interesting that you just said that. Even if the products suck, if you could take a good picture.
I know. I don't want to say it like that.
But you know what? It's fun. There's an article I read recently in Global Cosmetic Industry Magazine, the June 2016 issue, and it said that. And yes, it did. I know. I thought I'd share it, but then I didn't want to send the wrong message to people.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I feel a little bit bad.
Well, what it said was, and this is really interesting. What it said was the efficacy of a product and the lack of efficacy, I should say, can be forgiven for people who have a target niche audience. Now, that is not the message we want to spread, right? But if you think about it, it's almost exactly what you just said, is that if you have a target niche audience, your product, I mean, obviously it can't really suck, but it doesn't have to be like perfect, like we expect from massive, huge brands most of the time. And that is a competitive advantage, not an excuse to produce a lousy product.
No.
But I understand what you're saying when you said that, and you're not the only one that kind of has that understanding that the way it looks is hugely important.
Yes, and that's basically what I want to push. That it does matter what it looks like. So maybe you might have to. Okay, what I did do that I didn't mention is that I do draw like from other. I am visual, so I do, when I'm doing a new website or doing updates, I look at a bunch of websites that I like. For example, so that example could be even Instagram. So you look at a bunch of Instagram pages that you love. Well, how are they taking their photos? What are their backgrounds? Interacting with people. Go on the indie cruise. Like you have to network with people that are of like minds, like drawing from their energy, and take like little things that you like. You are you. So you're going to take the little things that you love and admire from this website, from this Instagram page, and try it out. Do a few photos, like do a few different shots. Like you saw this photo, you do one. You try it out.
You do have to set aside some time to do that kind of research and investigation, and really sort of activate your curiosity muscle.
Exactly.
Like you kind of have to look at it and go, well, that's nice. How did they do that? And I think there's in our business environment today, Khadija, there's so much that's unhidden, that used to be hidden. Like if you want to know how ABC person runs their business, all you need to really do is subscribe to their everything and watch them. I mean, it's like you don't need to read a book. You don't need to, reading a book will just make you smarter and do it better, but you don't have to start there. You can start with the free stuff that's available all around you.
Yeah, and even hashtags, for example. Just Google, popular hashtags by day. Like that's an easy popular hashtags for soap makers, popular handmade, any of those things. And there's like a whole list out there.
Yes, that is so true.
Tell us, Khadija,
tell us a little bit about how you and your husband interact daily in your business. I know you have this studio now. I know that he is a martial artist, and oh my gosh, I have seen him twist his body in the most amazing ways. I know that you all flow really well together, and you have to really tag team to run your business, his business, and your family. What are your tips and words of encouragement to help other moms who are doing this? And sometimes, it's hard, and you don't always have a great day, and you don't always agree, and there's 50,000 wrestling matches and a tutu you have to buy. I mean,
it's marriage is like having a really good friend and a really good business partner. So, or even if it's your significant other, just in general. You have to find out what each one's strengths are and work to that. And honestly, like, Jamal is more of a team player, and I'm kind of not really as good. I'm not really as good. I'm a little bit maybe. That's why I like to do a lot of the things that I do. As I kind of, I don't know, like how to explain it, but he's probably better than that. I'm more of a, yeah, try to concentrate on what I'm doing, but that balance, so which is good, because then I can turn to him for those things when I need, like, that input, that more team, side of opinions and advice is what I'm trying to say, like all that, and then no, it's not definitely not always easy. That also can be conflicting, because let's say, for example, when you both want to team up and do the same thing and help each other get it done quicker, sometimes I'm like, can you do this one and I do this one? And that's kind of like, that doesn't work for everyone.
I don't want to do that one.
He's like, no, let's do it together to get done faster. But I was like, but if I'm asking you to help me do this so that I can concentrate on something else that you probably can't help me with. So that's kind of like, every relationship is going to be different. Like every partnership, it's kind of, you have to work to your strengths. You have to figure out, like, well, what are you strong in? And it goes back to figuring it out. And is your partner on the same page? Does your partner want that? I think that, it's important that your partner wants the same things that you aspire for,
that is so important.
Yeah. I guess we got kind of lucky that the teaching, I mean, we didn't know that, we didn't, like, wasn't on the application form, like we were getting married, like kind of like, hey, so do you like this and do you like that? And
but we had to learn together. You've grown together, and you're always reaching for the next best iteration of yourself. And I think that I see that in you. I see that in both of you. I've had an opportunity, obviously, to meet him and spend some time with him as well. Yes. So I do see that. And it's very beautiful and very inspiring. And I know that other people watching are also inspired to keep going, because it's tough. It can be really tough. So what is on the drawing board for Henna Sooq? I mean, we've gone through so many amazing things that you've done. What are some of your future plans, and what can we look to see coming up here?
Future plans. Oh, and I'm so excited. And as your business grows, you start getting these feelings of, that's, at least for me, I get these feelings of stages where I'm like, okay, I'm ready for this, and oh, I'm ready for this, which I absolutely just love. But the next part that we have going on is that we have finally decided to hire a marketing team to help us. They've helped other brands, and I just love, they're a husband and wife team. And when we met with them, I just love that they're so interested in our business, and but sincerely, I just feel a connection. And to me, that's important. Like, I love being from teaching, from choosing the teachers that teach at Henna Chai, from, having the staff that work for me. I love, they have that, their energy. That's important. Like, they have to be for it. Otherwise, I won't really want to hire you, and the teachers, that are teaching henna, they're great henna artists, but if your attitude or something is off, no, that's okay. You can be great, but I don't like the rest. That's not going to work for me, no matter how great that you are. So that's important, because I feel that all radiates, together. So they're amazing. So that's the marketing team, which we actually meet with them this week, and we're sitting down and getting some concrete plans and kind of things definitely in order. And then with this great opportunity with Whole Foods, I feel really strongly like that. I want to be in their stores. So yeah, we will definitely want to be in Whole Foods and organic markets. I love the small businesses too, the natural hair and beauty salons. I love all those types of businesses. So I'm excited about that. And I think that, a few more steps with them, say marketing, and seeing where our focus is going, how we're going to get it done, and then go from we need more packaging tweaks, work on a few more things, and then be ready to approach, stores like Whole Foods and organic markets down here locally, and then spread out from there, but I want to start local, definitely.
Well, it's worked for you.
It's
organic
work.
kind of
So I
growth has
need to stay local
definitely.
because, yeah, because I love to visit too. So, and what's great about being able to visit is being able to do henna. So even if people sometimes are not even interested in coloring their hair, majority of a lot of people like to get henna. They love it, even if it's the tiniest little flower.
I love that you love it because it seems to just make you so happy. I mean, I remember the first
Yeah.
time I met you, you came into the restaurant and you had your henna supplies and you just looked so happy. I was like, she's doing a henna. It was my very first henna, by the way. And so I was so intrigued, and you taught me. And so you weren't just doing henna, you were doing art and you were teaching me, and it's just wonderful. So we definitely want to make sure that we're looking for you at Henna Sooq, HENNASOOQ.com. Now, Khadija, your location in Maryland, is that open for people to come by? Does it have hours? What can we tell people about that?
Yes. The studio is a collaboration with my husband and two other partners and myself. And we have it's a yoga and Budokan and Bollywood dance studio with henna products and henna services. And we do have hours Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9 p.m. Currently, we have their evening hours because everyone does have a day job for now as we evolve and grow and decide to open up further as we grow.
So
And then
people
weekends,
can come by without calling in advance from 6:30 to 9 o'clock for now.
yes,
And
and
then,
then
okay.
yeah, and then the weekdays I'm sorry, the weekends. On the weekends, they can come as well during the studio hours. Saturdays 10 to 4, and Sunday they have morning classes
Okay.
as well till about 8 to 12 p.m. But they also were located in Columbia, Maryland.
What's the address?
Sure. The studio is located at 7060 Oakland Mills Road, Suite K, Columbia, Maryland. That's 21046.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So we can go and see you there. We can see you online. We can follow you on Instagram at instagram.com/Henna Sooq, of course.
Yes, Henna
And
Sooq everywhere.
yes, so in closing, I have a question for you. You've been at this for a long time, and you have so many different nuances and facets to your maker business. Tell us one thing. Just pick one of the most important characteristics that a person has to have from your perspective in order to be successful as a maker handmade entrepreneur.
Oh, the one thing to be a successful entrepreneur, I would say it has to be to believe in yourself and be able to connect with the people, to believe in yourself and connect with people, make a difference, make a difference in someone's life, like give them a reason to want, like, why do they need your product in their life, or what is it about you? Sometimes it's not even always just the product, but you're giving the experience of you as as a brand, as a person, and people love that. Like, give them a reason to want to be drawn to you and everything you do.
Excellent. I love that. And you're the walking, talking embodiment of what you just said, because so much of your business is focused on, there's products obviously, but so much of what I see, and I think what other people see as well, Khadija, is that we see you offering something that enhances our lives in a way that we can understand and embrace and tell our friends about.
Yes.
And that's what you do. So congratulations to you and Jamal on all your success with the Henna Sooq brand. We look forward to amazing growth continuing over the years. And thank you so much for joining us here on the Indie Business Podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
I absolutely love indie business. It's definitely been best choices I've ever made to have our business part of indie business.
Well, thank you. We're so honored, absolutely honored to serve you at the Indie Business Network. So we'll be talking to you soon, and have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my interview with Khadija Dawn Carryl of Henna Sooq in Elkridge, Maryland. Let's unpack some of the tips she shared in this episode. First, be visual. Khadija reminded us that people are attracted by what they see. Use your blog, your packaging, your social media outlets, and everything else at your disposal to engage people in visual ways. They will reward you with their attention, and the engagement will lead to increased sales. Second, work to your strengths. Do what you do best and don't worry that much about everything else. Khadija loves social media, and so she does pretty much all of it for her brand. She assesses the social media landscape, which is always changing, and navigates between the ones that work best for her. Instagram in particular, she says. Khadija says that this is something everyone has to do in order to progress forward. And thirdly, don't rush. Khadija says that you have to resist trying to grow fast, even though it's tempting. Technology allows us to see so many other people who have achieved more than we have, and it's important to remain focused on what you are doing as you learn from the success of other people, all the while not getting carried away with trying to keep up with them. This is a challenge, but Khadija says it is something that we all have to do. Now, you can subscribe to Indie Business Podcast on iTunes and Stitcher, and you can also listen at my website at indiebusinessnetwork.com/podcast. And while you're there on iTunes, please rate this podcast. It helps so much to know that you appreciate the amazing people and stories we bring to you. If you could just leave a note, give us some stars, some thumbs ups, and just let other people know why you enjoy the podcast, and maybe they'll see your comment and they'll want to subscribe and listen and learn along with us. I love the maker community, and I'm so excited to be a part of it along with you. It's such an exciting time to be an entrepreneur. I will see you on the next episode of the Indie Business Podcast. In the meantime, break all the rules, build your own corporate ladder, and create the life you love.